Live number 2 of the day. I guess I should have stayed on streams. KJ Osborn does not end up clearing waivers because he is claimed by our Washington Commanders, like a multitude of you were saying we should do in my last chat. Let's talk about it. You ask and you shall receive after Washington gets news that Noah Brown is probably out for the season. They have now added new Noah Brown to the roster. KJ Osborn, former New England Patriot and former Minnesota Viking, has been officially claimed off waivers by the team. So, what should we be able to take from this? Does this show a lack of confidence in the Luke Hive or Jag-ass De'Ami Brown? Or does it say that they think KJ Osborn can actually be a factor in this offense? You know, he's Noah Brown with touchdown production because he has caught some touchdowns in his career. 7 in his rookie year, 5 his second year, and 3 in his third year. He has a touchdown this year on 7 receptions. I mean, that's efficient, but in 7 games played, he has 7 catches and 57 yards. So I don't think this is the guy that's going to come here and save Christmas for the Commanders, but it gives you a relatively same talent tier player as the guy that you're losing for the rest of the season. You know, I was saying I wasn't going to lose any sleep whether we signed him or we not. So I didn't think we needed to. We claimed him, though. He's a Washington Commander now. I wonder what number he's going to be wearing here, by the way, because, you know, I always care. I know. I should have stayed on stream. You know, the 4 o'clock is the hour waivers get announced. So we claimed him. What it also tells me, because Washington is what, 21st in the waiver wire order? 21st? What are we, 20th? 21st? That tells me that 20 teams said, I'm cool. I'm cool on the guy. And we said, nope, we could use another body in that room. So for the practice squad truthers, for guys like Mitchell Tinsley, Michael Strachan, Kazmir Allen, they said, we'll take that over. We'll take this over that. And they're saying pretty much, Luke McCaffrey, Olamide Zaccheaus, and De'Ami Brown aren't going to cut it. We need to add some veteran. We need to add some veteran leadership in that room, and they're replacing Noah Brown with another Noah Brown type, but without the size. KJ Osborn, just under 6 foot receiver, 200-pound guy. I believe he was a sub 4.5 guy, around a 4.48, 4.49, 40 speed type of guy, 27 years old. Recently released with a mutual parting of ways from the New England Patriots. It just wasn't working out. But at the same time, he couldn't really pop in a wide receiver room with Demario Pop Douglas, Kayshon Boutte, and Kendrick Bourne. So some of y'all got your wish of signing this guy. I would like you to put a cap on your expectations for this player. Don't just look at the yards that he accrued as the third option in Kirk Cousins' offense in Minnesota. It don't work like that all the time, and he has been a complete non-factor this year. So pump the brakes a little bit. We added a new receiver. We needed another body in the room. Another body is here now. But I'm telling you, don't set yourself up for that disappointment thinking the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer just landed in Ashburn to save Christmas, because that is not what is walking into this building. Not good enough receiver for the Patriots, but he's good enough for a playoff team. Hey, maybe a new environment could help. I'm going into this with no expectations. It's pretty much Noah Brown Jr. with more touchdown production. You know, he didn't have Jaden. This is true. Oh, bro, we was just talking shit about him, and he end up here. You know, he'll fit right in with the receiving group we have here, because we have a whole gaggle of guys with no receiver production this year. So it shouldn't be long. It shouldn't take long. And also, Drake May is playing well, so I don't know what we're talking about. His first 3 seasons, he was basically Noah Brown. Yeah, he was Noah Brown with better touchdown production, guys. He was Noah Brown with better touchdown production. So he is a capable receiver. He's better than De'Ami Brown. He's better than Luke McCaffrey. He's better than Olamide Zaccheaus. I don't know if that's saying much, but he's on the roster now, so I hope he fucking balls out. I hope he can be more like what he was in Minnesota. I'm cracking the fuck up because at least last stream, then I signed him how the universe works. It's crazy. The chat spoke that shit into existence, you know? Rio spent 2 hours shit talking this dude. Now we got to embrace him. Wonder if he can put together another 7 receptions for us over the next 4 games. If he's on the field, he has to. He has to because it's not saying much, but this is the second most accomplished receiver in our receiver room right now. We got to get this guy on the field as soon as possible because he's done a lot more on the football field in his career as what we have. You know, he's here now. Bryson Tremaine should demand to be released. He ain't on no roster. He can't demand release. If somebody wants to sign him, they're free to do so. Practice squad receivers aren't being gatekeeped. Anybody in the league can sign them. You know? We got what we wanted. I mean, y'all got what you wanted, guys. Not us waiting for the response. The universe is crazy, man. Life imitates art and things can be spoken into existence very easily. It's going to take time, probably 2 weeks to learn the plays. I assume we won't see him till the Eagles game. We probably won't see him until the Philadelphia Eagles game, but get his ass in here and get him situated. Because while I wasn't trying to knock down the door for KJ Osborn, I mean, what do we have? Not named Terry here in the room, man. I mean, this doesn't, like, I'm not excited about this, but sure, more is better than less, right? More is better than less. He is a solid complimentary receiver, mostly as he's pretty much Noah Brown with less inches of heights and with more touchdowns scored in his career and not as many injuries. So you're replacing Noah Brown with touchdown scoring Noah Brown. How that artwork get done that quick? Now we just do a copy and paste, do a logo on some shit. Whoa, what the heck? Oh, well, in case you don't know, waivers get announced at 4 p.m. So 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the league, Rosenhaus and his agents let it be known. Washington put in a claim form. Interesting that we were the only team to put in a claim form. What's going on, Cap? Damn, they gave our wide receivers outside of Terry no chance to be wide receiver too. I mean, what does that say about Luke, De'Ami, OZ, and the guys on the practice squad that they're willing to bet on a guy who has had zero production in 2024? Well, I guess they look at it like this, like on a scale of, I mean, we've seen KJ Osborn produce before, and we haven't seen these guys on our current roster produce before. So why not bring him in there? And if that's the thinking, I get it. I get it. Noah Brown 2.0, yeah, with more touchdown. Noah Brown that gets in the end zone more, but with less height. To me, it seals De'Ami's fate. I mean, De'Ami's fate was pretty much sealed regardless of the claiming of KJ Osborn. I think when the season ends, he's not going to be here anyway. Is he under contract for next year? I don't know what his I thought he was on a 1-year contract with the Patriots. If so, let me know. Yeah, he played behind JJ and Thielen and JJ and Jordan Addison. So he's a wide receiver 3. He benefited in that system and with consistent quarterback play from Kirk Cousins there. Little bro, KJ Osborn can hoop. Not sure if you watched him, man. I know who he is, man. I know who KJ Osborn is. I'm hip with the player. He's a fine third option receiver. He is going to be Noah Brown here. He can take the role of Noah Brown, a guy you don't want being your wide receiver too, but you can do worse at wide receiver too if he's forced to play it. I'm very hip to who KJ Osborn is. I promise y'all are not y'all are not talking about a player that no one's ever. Y'all not talking about the most underrated receiver in the league, guys. We know who KJ Osborn is. Adam Peters was listening to you live and said, "Look, watch this, watch this, watch this." What Noah Brown does is so underrated. Watch the 40-yard touchdown from Beaver. Yo, I'm hip. My thing is, I don't need my wide receiver two's best characteristic being how much he blocked on a touchdown play. What's going on, man? He can block, though. If you were watching earlier's live stream, that shit was hilarious. We were talking about our wide receivers. Yep. They announced the claims and waiver wire things at 4 p.m. on Wednesday. How soon will he play? That's a great question. I don't know if he'll be in uniform this weekend, though. I don't know if he'll be in uniform this weekend, but I think for the Eagles game, he will be. Watch, he will be on the practice squad next week with Martavis Bryant. Martavis Bryant. We need that wide receiver. The wide receiver room is horrendous. And, I mean, it doesn't get much more than horrendous adding him to the room. So, yeah. Commanders are clearly saying the talent in the room is not enough, and I would totally agree with that because it is not enough. It's never been enough. It never was enough. That's why I thought people were borderline fucking insane telling me, Rio, we don't need a receiver at the trade deadline. I'm like, yeah, y'all are wilding. Y'all are wilding, bro. We got Noah Brown cosplaying as a wide receiver too, and niggas talking about we don't need a receiver. Like, okay. Damn, they really don't believe in look. I don't think this is they don't believe in these guys, but I do think they figure why not add more to the room? Because behind Terry, what do we have? What do we have and what have we seen to feel confident that one of these guys are going to step up? He's a veteran. Can he ball, though? He's played good football as a number 3 for the Minnesota Vikings for 3 years consecutively before coming over to the Patriots this year. As a guy who's not old, 27 years old, 2021 is rookie year. On 82 targets, he had 50 catches for 655 yards, 7 touchdowns. Mind you, that's behind Thielen and Justin Jefferson. In the last 2 years, 80 catches, 650, 5 touchdowns, 75 catches, 540, 3 touchdowns. Mind you, that is as the guy on the outside looking in with Justin Jefferson, possibly the best receiver in the league, and Jordan Addison, and before Addison, Adam Thielen. So you're getting Noah Brown with less height that has found his way to the end zone. It's not as necessary. It's not as simple as plug and play. What you did in Minnesota is going to automatically be what you do here. It's also not plug and play. What you did in New England is going to be the case here. But he's a receiver that's put more on an NFL football field than all the receivers we got right now. I'm going to have to go do some KJ Osborn homework after this. He's a solid-ish receiver. He's a high-end wide receiver 3. KJ won't see the field immediately. Diami suddenly becomes the elder statesman in the wide receiver room. I trust the Adam. Welcome him. Welcome him on down, man. He's here now, I just don't want fans to set themselves up and to be disappointed when they think he's going to come here and be a true wide receiver too if he's not that, Just lower the expectation. It like my guy Brandon just said, it never hurts to have more wide receiver depth. It never hurts to have more wide receiver depth, especially in a room where it's one guy and a bunch of guys. Luke ain't no Christian, but we can hope and dream. Credit to Adden for looking for a solution. And I think he's more than shown us that what he told us. We will always be looking to better the roster. He told us whether we actually pull the trigger on a move, on a trade, on a signing once a player is released, etc. He said, expect Washington to always be in the mix, to always be in the conversation. We saw that play out when Noah Brown was released. We waited patiently for him to clear waivers, and we brought him in right after that. We were in the mix in one of the final couple teams for Marquez Valdez-Scantling when he was released. We pulled the trigger on a trade for Marshawn Lattimore in the waning hours of the trade deadline, and now we've claimed KJ Osborn, veteran 27-year-old receiver, right as we hit our playoff push of our final 4 weeks of the season. The same day, coincidentally, that Dan Quinn comes to the media and says, yeah, Noah Brown's pretty much out for the year, but we don't want to say he's out for the year, but he's out for the year, but I don't want to put a specificity on the injury, you know? He plays next week. You don't need 3 weeks to learn a playbook. And as a wide receiver, I mean, you need a little bit of time, but 3 weeks is a little crazy. I say he plays next week versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Shit, I would love to suit his ass up and have a little package ready for him this week. Let's see what he's got. He's got to be game ready. He's been out there. Rico's video sure got you hyped thinking about the signing when he break down the stats behind the stats. I'm not hyped or excited, but I'll take it. The Chargers didn't want him. I know, interesting. The Chargers are behind us, right? They're behind us, or they're right around the same place. They're a spot before us in the waiver wire order, right? I know T. Higgins dropped his agent. I wonder if that helps. Something tells me that the Bengals, I don't know how, something tells me the Bengals are going to try to keep both of their receivers, even though it should be certain that T. Higgins walks when they give Jamar Chase the bag that he's supposed to get. They had plenty of time to be whatever they want to be. This is true. It says they are Jags. Exactly. What does that say about the room? It should say what most of us have known all season about the room, even with Noah Brown on the football field. And still have time. If competition scares them, then get the fuck up out of here. I agree with that. Our season is over. The Rams are going to catch. Oh, no, you're fucking wilding. You're wilding. You can go somewhere else with that bitch-made ass mindset. All I care about, can he catch? Because if he can, he will be better than Noah Brown. And Diami fate been set, man. Decent signing, wait and see approach, trust in the process. That's all it is. It's a wait and see. Let's see what he looks like here because it didn't work out in New England type situation. This is what I'm interested in too. What number are you going to rock here? I'm very interested in that. What's the name? They going to put him in an ugly ass 80s number? Is there a teens number left? Is 15 available or something? 15, 16 available for somebody to rock? You know, wide receiver room full of Jags not named Terry. Yep. Hell yeah. Looks like he's had a lot of drops. It wouldn't surprise me. Yo. Y'all see that Zane Gonzalez is on the injury report? Holy shit. What the fuck is the kicker doing on the injury report, y'all? There's no way there's ever been a team in the history of the league. There's no way there's ever been a team in the history of the league who's dealt with more kicker issues in one season than Washington. What is he on the injury report for? I see something. Was it his foot? They say his foot's injured or something. What is he on the injury report for? Why is he limited, y'all? What is going on with him, bro? What the hell is actually going on, bro? Like, what the fuck, bro? Only Washington, man. Yeah, I had to pull up one more time, man. KJ Osborn was claimed off waivers. There was hundreds of people begging for this. Like, we have to have KJ Osborn. So we're going to see now. Number 13, y'all think that's what it's going to be? I like 80s receivers number in the 80s and 90s, not in 2024. Luke is the Bronny James of the NFL. By the way, I'm rooting for Bronny. Yeah, we are rooting for Luke. Y'all called him a Nepo baby draft pick. Why we always have kicker problems? Ain't no way. I believe Jake, I think they're trying to play it coy and they're trying to win the game of gamesmanship. I think they're going to float out all week that it could be Rattler or Jake Hayner, but it doesn't matter. Either way, it's going to be a quarterback Washington has no business losing a fucking football game to on Sunday, you know? KC lost 2 kickers, and they all next to 100% accuracy. We're on, if we were to lose Zane Gonzalez, we'd be on to kicker 7. Kicker 7 in one season. 7 kickers. Left foot injury. So his non-kicking foot, like I'm used to saying stuff like non-throwing hand. Like I don't think I've ever said the words non-kicking foot injury. Lord, make it stop, bro. Go for 2 and go for it on 4th down every time, man. This is probably the worst kicking situation I've ever seen. It's easily the worst I've ever seen. This is crazy. Seeing the kicker pop up on the injury report is wild, man. It's wild. Breaking news. The water boy was limited at practice today. Something's in the water in Ashburn, man. God damn it, not again. Can we just have one decent kicker? Is the receiver even good? He's solid. Good players do not get released on December 11th while they're having a good, productive season. That doesn't happen. But he was released. It didn't work out in New England. He's had some good seasons in Minnesota. I got his stats up on the screen right now. The stats don't always tell the full story. He played in offenses with 2 dominant receivers ahead of him each year, but he did produce, and we cannot take that away from him. That type of production he had in Minnesota would qualify as a wide receiver 2 here because we don't be having that over here. It just be Terry and a bunch of guys. So take that for what it is. We just talking about that. He sucks. Not one hair. We playoff bound. Not yet, but we close to it. If only we could have kept McManus, goddamn, most unathletic position, and they be hurting themselves. It's crazy, bro. I didn't even know kickers be getting injured. Seeing 2 kickers be injured, like what does that even mean, bro? Hate the position, man. On God, definitely take a kicker on day 3. Somewhere on day 3, man. Whatever the best kicker in college is, lock in, go get him, man. KJ drops a lot of passes. Wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. Marshawn Lattimore is full go. Yes, sir. That was the good news we got this week. He's full go. He looked good running around with St. Juice at practice. We will be spending a 7th round pick on the kicker. Shit, it might be before the 7th round. What the fuck, Rio? We just talked about Osborn. What's the word now? He's a commander. He's here now. So let's cross our fingers and hope he got something left in him. Hope he could be new Noah Brown when he does get on the field for us. Because clearly they claimed Buddy with the intentions of getting him on that football field. You don't claim a veteran receiver at this point of the year just for shits and giggles and to have on the roster. They probably say, yeah, Luke and Diami and company. Yeah, that's not gonna work for us, man. What about the 6'5" receiver we got on the practice squad? What about him? They don't think anything of him. They went and claimed the guy. So he's still on the practice squad. Nothing to see here when it comes to him, man. This is the main position I'm worried about, kicker. Oh, God, because if our season comes to a screeching halt over a fucking kicker, that is crash out season. Saddest part of our kicking situation, it started with McManus and his nasty boy ways. Now he's back on Green Bay making kicks left and right and shit, man. Seibert was great for weeks. Some teams have kickers that have been trashed since week 1. I mean, great for weeks sounds good until injuries occur, and we've actually seen multiple kickers put us in some interesting situation this year, you know, and they're already ready to move on from him. So 20 teams was like, pass. I mean, that is a fact because we are not second in the waiver wire order like we were coming into the season. We are like 20th at this point. Does this solidify going receiver in round 1? I don't think anything is going to make us solidify what we're doing in round one. We got a long way to go before they put together a draft board, and we need to see how free agency plays out. But wide receiver is high on the multiple list of needs for the team. I don't know why people be so pressed for them to feel deadlocked on a position, you know? It's fucking December. Drafts in like 6 months. It's not in 6 months, but you know what I mean. Another person had to be sacrificed for Marshawn Lattimore to play. At this point, bubble wrap the kicker. We had to use some type of blood magic voodoo to get Marshawn on the field. That's what you're saying. Luke just punched a hole in a wall somewhere. I can feel it. Nah, they should just be like, let me go and show my stuff and go out. Ryan Grant is still available. As long as more footballs hit KJ's hands than his helmet, he's better than Noah Brown. Why don't we jet sweep Terry? Because Terry don't be knowing how to run them shits, bro. Y'all remember that fumble play he had versus Cleveland? I think the only receiver that we have on the roster that's active, that is good at like screens, reverses, sweeps, and shit is Diami. Diami, the only one I really want to see running plays like that. So Green Bay got the kicker. We was forced to release. Sure did. We'll hear out your situation, big guy. Patriots paid him at the rate of $4 million for this year. Chef Adam Peters likely peeped him out before the Patriots did. This does say something about Luke and Diami as well, maybe here. I mean, they just felt like they needed more in the room, and they don't feel like the practice squad guys are going to cut it. So for everybody saying Martavis Bryant, who's not even on the practice squad, Michael Strachan, Mitchell Temsley, all those guys, they see them as practice squad players, guys. Like, I know as fans, we get enticed when we see a guy have a highlight in training camp or a highlight in a preseason game. There be a reason why they don't be getting on active rosters, man. We'll see. I don't think they care. If they care, Buddy would have got called up immediately. I don't see why they wouldn't have called up one of those guys immediately. It's almost 6 months. It's mid-December, and the draft is in late April. I know it's not 6 months from now, but if you have your draft board designed saying, we're drafting this in the first round in December, you shouldn't be in an NFL front office because that's fan speak. That's stupid. Terry on a jet sweep? Hell no. He looked uncomfortable. Hell, exactly. Terry does not need to be on a reverse. He doesn't need to get screens for the most part. That's not his bag. He can't do it he can't do it all, you know. We can get better by the player we got, and we can get another good wide receiver. Who's going to be called up this week? Because no way, Cave. Yeah, I don't see him playing this week. Maybe a guy gets brought up. Is it a kidney injury? Is it a lung? Is it a liver? I don't know what it is. They haven't told us, but they threw a lot of word soup at it and said it's serious. So it's not your typical banged up ribs or no shit like that. That's a good question. Who is going to be called up? I hope Jamison Crowder is back soon. I hope Jamison Crowder is ready to play football soon. Potentially get Isaiah Bond, Luther Burden. I'm with it, bro. I'm with it. For real. I'm with whatever, bro. They're going to aggressively attack this shit. Crowder might eat with JD5. I want to see what he can do because Jamison Crowder, he's old, but he actually can make things happen. So it says kidney on the injury report. That sounds scary as shit. That sounds scary as hell. Kidney injury. I think KJ suits up next week. We wish he could suit up right now. Just make sure KJ don't have a tutty fade. The major tutty fade. Apparently, I got the major tutty fade. What up, Dre? Michael might be effective somehow. 6'5", that's a red zone threat. But like you said, there's a reason he wasn't elevated. I would love to have that type of size on the field if only size meant productivity. You know, he ain't seen a lot of NFL action at that size. So I don't know. Kamara gonna be all right, man. Kamara got a little cough. He'll be smoking by the weekend. Internal injuries as much. Yeah, kidney, something in the kidney. He's cooked for the year, guys. Let's put it that way. KJ in the VR, he'll be ready to go. Put him in the Jaden Daniels VR. I don't see why somebody who's been active recently, you can't just throw him in the lineup and give him a little package or two and see what he's got. See if he can make a play or so. But I would guess next week. 6'5" with toddler hands. Y'all saying he got the Kenny Pickett, Mickey Mouse hands, but he got size. He got size, but no hands. That's what y'all telling me about Buddy on the practice squad. But we gotta realize dudes be on the practice squad for a reason, y'all. Smash that like button if you're just getting here. 810 in the chat right now. Washington claims former Patriots we might as well just say former Vikings receiver because he didn't do jack shit on the New England Patriots. Maybe he was just a bad fit. He only appeared. Let's not say played. He only appeared in 7 games this year for the Patriots. Maybe bring in Michael. All right, man. We just throwing shit at the wall at this point, y'all. I've at least seen KJ Osborn play football and recently. I don't think Michael Thomas is in any type of game shape to be on a football field. We were just talking about him, and now, yeah, Peters, he told us if they felt any opportunity to better the roster, they were going to do so. You spoke on this player previously. Deontay Johnson becomes available next year. Thoughts on the guy? Not a fan of how he's behaving off the field for the Ravens, but he could be an awful fit. I'm sure he'd be in consideration if we weren't able to land one of the top guys like a T. Higgins or something. Deontay Johnson, I'll tell you, Deontay Johnson is a talented receiver. I'll give him that. They have no use for him in Baltimore. Baltimore's a weird wide receiver situation for a lot of guys, though. Just curious where these new players live, an extended stay hotel, probably an Airbnb for the year. They probably come in and cop an Airbnb or rent a short-term rental type situation. They can sure afford it. Something nice in Leesburg somewhere. Nice little condo rental, Airbnb luxury for a few weeks. The Commanders are going to win against this. Oh, yeah, absolutely. We're not losing to these guys. Didn't Mike Williams hit the active roster ASAP and fry us for the win? Yeah, it was very simple. It was the trade deadline was the week prior. Yeah, he did. That is they did trade for Mike Williams. He came in and burnt Benjamin St. Booty Juice for the game-winning touchdown that day. 'Tis true. So, hey, maybe they do need to throw the VR on the boy and get him out there, man. That Thomas, Mike Thomas, ain't no way, man. Who do I think starts opposite Terry? I think it's going to be a wide receiver by committee situation, but it'll probably be like OZ and Diami out there with Luke jumping from the inside to the outside and being the move around guy in the room. But it's all the same thing for real. It's all the same thing if we keep it in a buck, man. Green Bay, if they had would be Wood, the 6th seed. We need a receiver who could play like rookie year Jahan Dotson. I mean, KJ Osborn is capable of production on that sort of clip, or at least he was when he was over there with Justin Jefferson and company in Minnesota. You don't know what might happen. This dude is and probably hungry with a better quarter. I mean, I'm not opposed to him hooping. It would be nice. I'm just telling people to manage their expectations. Manage a 6'5", you could be a body catcher jumping up with him, but I still understand maybe something we're not aware about. I don't think it's that. He's just not good. You can have all the size in the world and be not good at football, y'all. You can be practice squad good. Don't mean you're getting called up. It is not as deep as fans make it seem, bro. Some of these niggas is just not good, bro. But if you ask a Bears fan, we have a better receiver. Oh, my God, because Bears fans are idiots. So glad they're not popping up in here. I would take Xavier Legette if Carolina wants to give him up. They don't want to give him up. He's a high pick of theirs. He's not going anywhere. Imagine no Brown or Eckler for the rest of the season. Hurts. Next man up, though. I think in the running game, we're going to be fine. We're going to see what we have at wide receiver. Michael Thomas is so cooked, y'all. Like, stop letting Michael Thomas show up in your mental Rolodex. Michael Thomas is beyond cooks, man. A little off topic, but you're amazing. Stay great. I appreciate you, Reese. Appreciate it. Second time going live today. Still got over 700 in the building. We're discussing Washington's most recent acquisition. Benjamin St. Booty Juice is nasty work, my guy. I know it's so nasty that we have to watch it on Sundays, but not as much anymore. Not as much anymore because that boy 23 is back and he's back to get Booty Juice off the field. I can't wait till we got a receiving core of number 2 and number 3 receivers. I know it's going to feel good. Looking back, RG3 had weapons. Santana was on the ass end of his career, but he was still Santana. Garcon later had Deshaun, Alfred Morris, Fred Davis. If Jaden had these guys, I think that's a little bit more contextual than just those list of names, but he did have some weapons to work with. It wasn't all as cut and dry as that. You can have all the size in the world and just not be good, a.k.a. Benny St. Juice. What's crazy, he was once a solid cornerback. Noah Brown was at best a run-blocking receiver that's good. But he did make big catches for us, and he was our third down demon. Noah Brown has been our third down, fourth quarter demon this year, y'all. He has been our fourth quarter demon. He's made some of the biggest. He made the biggest catch of the year for us with the Hail Mary. He closed out the game versus the Giants. And usually when we need a third down reception, it's actually Noah Brown over Terry that's getting most of the target. The more streams I watch, the more I see how grammatically it'd be like that. You're in the chat. You're at a keyboard. You got your phone in your hand. You're letting your thumbs go to work. Sometimes you say some crazy shit. Sometimes that shit don't make no sense. It'd be like that sometimes, man. Smash that like button like my man Reese said. Smash it. We got almost 800 in the building here. It is Wednesday evening. Washington had their first full practice of the week, and Washington claimed a new wide receiver, a lot of you were knocking the doors down in my earlier live stream in the chat for Mr. KJ Osborn, someone who has been productive in his career every year so far except this one. So if not for anything else, you're technically replacing Noah Brown with a Noah Brown replacement. So can't be mad at it. I wish we had the Bears receive. Oh my God. I receiving core like that. Please don't remind me how the French Canadian lost us the game. But for those asking though, he's good at Twitter beefs. That's about it. His most activity are his thumbs on the X app. That is the activity he's doing, by the way. Booty Juice is dastardly. I love the word dastardly. Loving Rio 2 times today. Shout out to one of the Kings. Shout out to the Commanders King. We was just texting, by the way. Ed was like, oh, they on my head in Rio's chat. Ed sees the tweets. He sees the comments, man. He said, yeah, they was on his neck. Watching that slip of SJ and Marshawn, or Benjamin St. Juice and Marshawn had me dying because St. Juice knows his minutes burnt turned into a minute. Who is saying get Jahan Dotson needs to stop? KJ was the top receiver with Jarrett Patterson in college at Buffalo. Yeah, I remember. He'll probably crash Jarrett's career. He's capable. He's capable, man. Jarrett is on the Chargers now, right? Jarrett's still in the league, right? Diami and Zacchaeus not going to cut. Neither of them can replace Noah. They're not productive enough as they should. I think those will be the first receivers you see trotted out on the boundary opposite good old Scarence Terrence, though. We're in the first year of a rebuild, y'all. Let's not stop bitching about what we don't have and be excited what's going to be here. You're the effing man. Right back at you, Tony C. I appreciate you. It is year one, and we need bodies to fill these rooms. I knew somebody was going to go there at some point. Good old Cam Sims, bro. People waited their whole lives for a breakout of Cam. So like Cam never even broke out in college, and fans believed in that shit. What up, Mario? Oh, nice name, man. Appreciate you. One thing, Michael, it's pronounced Strawn here in the Bahamas. How is it? It's pronounced Michael Strawn. Is that what his name is? Michael Strawn? If that's the case, I'm sorry I've been botching the hell out of your name, my brother. Michael Strawn. our practice squad 6'5" receiver. What am I feeling about the old logo coming back? As you can see, I'll wear anything I own with the old logo on it, but it don't mean nothing to me. If they bring it back, they bring it back. If they don't bring it back, they don't bring it back. What I care about is whether they're winning, regardless of the logo and the name. My wife and I love your work, brother, and St. Booty Juice is insane. Tell wifey what's up, man. I appreciate y'all locking in with your boy. A couple that watches my content. We love to see that. We love to see that. Where can I find this clip? Which clip do you speak of, Hannah? Are you talking about with them working out at practice? It was just showing St. Juice and Marshawn going through positional drills in practice. Do you think we'll get John Allen back at this? No. He tore his pec. He's not touching a football field for the 2024 season. I don't care how deep a run we possibly go on. Off topic, but whatever happened to Larry Michael? Well, he got caught up with nasty boy business. Y'all remember Skin Tangibles? Y'all remember Redskins Nation, the driest, most QVC television programming ever, the most biased content ever. Larry Michael got caught up in the nasty boy business when guys like Alex Santos, and when we purged the organization of all the mistreatment of women, Larry Michael was at the forefront of that. So, yeah. I believe he was involved in some of the cheerleaders' pictures, outtakes being sent to one another. Love your content. Been supporting for a while. Been telling all my Commanders bros to lock in with your strength. Appreciate you, Alex. Appreciate y'all spreading the gospel on the channel. We're trying to push this channel to be as big as possible. Maybe by the end of the 2025 season, we had 20,000 subscribers. So let's get it in, man. Let's get it in. Terrorist. Hey, y'all was asking for us, and y'all shall receive. We've now claimed the guy. Sam Hartman is number 15, so that means the number's available. So you guys know, when a practice squad player has a number, the equipment manager can issue that to somebody. That number is fair game for a new player coming to be on the active roster. It be like that, man. Someone had the nerve to say Diami, our best blocker at receiver. I mean, they all can block. Them boys can block. I wouldn't argue about which one of our receivers are the best blockers, though, because I wish we could talk about receivers doing receiver things and not blocking. We were talking about it earlier when I was like, it's like describing a female, you know. She ain't got much going on with her, but she cooks well. She cooks well. Washington's receiver room, not named Terry McLaurin, you look at him and be like, they can block, though. They can definitely block. They'll get their hand. They open up holes for Brian Robinson and Chris Rodriguez and Austin Eckler and Jeremy McNichols. That's not what I don't want that to be the claim of fame for our receivers. I respect it that they can block. I don't want that to be the go-to, you know? I'm not sitting down at the bar being like, who in here has receivers that can block better than mine? That's not the flex we think it is, y'all. But I'm glad, though. I'm glad they can. I'm still mad about the Steelers loss. I'm still mad about the Cowboys loss. That shit, I think about it once before I go to bed every day. What it do, man? Our Commanders are ready to slap the ink Sunday, 1 p.m. to give me a – let's get it, man. Fresh W cap. I keep a clean lid on. I keep a clean lid on. I got a lot going on with the hair situation, so I got to. I thought Kelvin Harmon was better than Sims. Oh, trust me, Kelvin Harmon had him a hive. He had him a fan faction in here that would die for that, man. I had people ready to crash out and ready to see me with their hands because I said Harmon was a jack. I leave to get some ribs. Look up and what? We were literally just on. I should have kept streaming. Stay on stream. I should have, right? You know? Oh, that's a fact. If I paid money for that shit get worn, bro. That shit get worn even when it's too tight. Even when it's too tight, it's old and a little wow. It's still getting worn. If I paid money for that shit, I'm gonna keep wearing it, bro. I don't care what the team is called. If I bought it, it's being worn. But I do not care. I just want to win games, y'all. I care about winning. I'm good with it coming back. I'm fine whether it does or doesn't because it don't really mean nothing to me. Really good pickup in KJ Osborn. I want to see him. I want to see him play this week. I want to see him play this week. Everybody used to watch that dry ass show, Skin Tangibles, Redskins Nation, man. That shit was objectively terrible. It was awful. It was such bad. And there was no objectivity. It was just all Washington's going to go undefeated. We're never going to lose. And when we talk about glass half full, that shit was damn near tsunamiing out the cup with Larry Michael. He refused to give other teams credit. That shit was. I love Command Center and what we do now so much more, man. I don't think he'll learn the playbook in time. Well, it ain't about learning or mastering the playbook. Can he learn enough to get on the field? He's in game shape. He should be in game shape at this point. And like they reminded us in the chat, Mike Williams had just got traded to the Steelers. He didn't play a bunch versus Washington, but he was out there to catch the game-winning touchdown versus us. How about that dumbass falling, trying to avoid? Oh my God, did y'all see that? The dude that was trying to, because the move used to be to just jump the gates at the metro station. Now that they got them big old RoboCop security shields, you can't do that. And someone tried to go around and jump over the side at a metro station, and he fell and got caught between the side rails in the track. And boy, you look like an asshole. I seen that on Twitter last night, and I seen it on the news. Craziness, man. Dexter Lawrence. Yo, I seen some of that on Twitter. I don't know how true all of that shit is, so I'll reserve my opinion on it. What up, my dog? My dog DMV. My homie, I know he does Dallas Cowboys content, but that's my guy right here, man. It's my brother from another, man. Y'all heard him, by the way. Smash that like button. He does Cowboys content, but he does very good draft content and breaks down prospects that we could be interested in. So that's somebody y'all definitely want to show love to. I know he's in the DMV and he roots for the wrong team, but brother knows ball. Brother knows ball for real. This organization has an eye for talent, and them claiming KJ is a good sign. I'll take it, man. Now, he was really good on the Vikings, considering as a third option, getting 500 and 600 yards and 5+ touchdowns. That is production, man. That is production. Didn't happen this year with the Patriots, but we are better than them. We're a good team, and I trust 5 over May and Brisket. So the De'Ami Brown is a good blocker, though. He is, good for him. We would be talking about receivers doing receivery things, but the last 5 years, our roster's been handled by Ronald Eugene Rivera, man. It's hard to even go a full stream without one of us mentioning this motherfucker because he set us back. It's crazy. Despite how much he set us back, we already about to be in them offs in year 1 of the rebuild. Been a minute, man. You know what I'm about to say? Garbage juice all the time. For y'all wondering, it's that team with a star on their Bama-ass helmet. Yeah, garbage juice. That's the Dallas Cowboys, man. What up? What up, AG? Blocking is a second trait to have, but if you got stone hands, damn. I know a lot of dudes growing up who could block their ass off. Rio, they need to stop drafting TCU receivers in the first round. Quentin Johnston, Jalen Reagor. Yeah, they're putting a real nasty name on that TCU wide receiver program. Storyline for this game is a good one. I feel like we've had storylines with most of the games this season, for sure. What up, D? What up, Derek? How we doing, my dog? Harmon was just basic. Yep. Especially after the injuries. After the injuries, we were never going to get anything from him. We're talking about a dude who already had ran like a 4.7 40 who blows his knee out. He was never going to be anything after that. I pulled up late. Luke, don't let some bum off the streets take away touches from you. I don't think KJ Osborn is a world beater, but I will say KJ Osborn has produced in this league. So I think if it was a competition between KJ Osborn and Luke McCaffrey, I think the edge would go to the veterans so far. But I'm hoping Luke turns up, though. Yeah, he's probably not playing this week. First live stream in a while. What up, George? What up, my guy? Really think KJ Osborn is a good move from AP. We could always use more in that room. The cupboard is very bare. And Noah Brown, we had to replace him. So, new Noah Brown, welcome to the squad, baby. I don't care. KJ needs to suit up. What's the wait for? I don't want to hear unless he's hurt. Yeah, that man know 2 formations of the offense. Y'all still want him out there? Y'all still want him out there? Gruden and Ron was. I mean, we could do that for days about everything we've seen here. Where does he line up? Slot or outside primarily? I believe KJ Osborn has played a decent amount in the slot in his career too. Put him out there wherever, bro. Line all these guys up wherever. Like, we don't have to pigeonhole any of these jag-ass receivers to a certain spot, man. What uniforms they wearing on Sunday? I believe the jersey schedule says white, so I'm guessing white on burgundy, but I'm not sure yet. Do you think we could sign? I think we could. I think we could do both. Luther Burden, I think, is going to go earlier than people anticipate. Put a little respect on Ron's name. He drafted Cosme, B-Rob, and Quan. I mean, a broken clock is right twice a day. He did get us to where we are right now. We wouldn't have what we have and the quarterback we have without him assing it up here. But I don't think any additional respect needs to be divvied out to Ronald UG. That Bama better be at practice tomorrow. Yeah, I better see a number on KJ Osborn, and I better see him in position drills tomorrow. Because as far as I'm concerned, based on what I know, the limited knowledge of his situation in New England, he is healthy. The gold don't go with the white jerseys, unfortunately. There's not enough gold on them to make that work. Let's just run the white with the burgundy or with the white pants. Give Dax Milne a call. What's Dax Milne up to these days, man? What's going on with him? What y'all think about a white helmet, burgundy W? I would like it. I would love the white helmet idea. I love the Packers whiteout uniform. The white on burgundy is so mid. I like it. I like the white on burgundy and the white on white. That gold don't look right with them jerseys. Dax Milne, is that a joke? Yeah, what's he up to these days? I just want to know what he's up to. I don't want him back. What's he up to these days? What's he doing these days, Hannah? What's good old Dax? Is he modeling or is he still playing football? Is he the one that took Zach Wilson's girlfriend or some shit like that and married her? Looking forward to the Saints game to see what Cliff has in his bag. I think we're gonna go crazy offensively, man. Once again, another nice little lengthy stream. This is not the game preview stream yet, but we're touching base, you know. My question before we get out of here: do y'all see KJ Osborn, once he's up to speed, do y'all see him being the wide receiver 2 for the duration of the season? Let me know. His sister's a big deal on TikTok. His sister's like a model or some shit, right? Why don't we wear white on gold with burgundy socks? Because the gold does not match them jerseys, and that shit would look tacky as hell. There's not enough gold in the jerseys to make that work. Time for Ben Sinnott to get more looks. We've been saying that all year. When it happens, it happens. I'm not going to expect it anymore. Get to see our old friend Chase Young and John Ridgeway, the suplex machine. But do y'all see KJ Osborn taking over as the number 2 at some point this year? I would assume they claimed him to be the number 2 receiver when he's up to speed. Whether that's for 2 weeks, 3 weeks or so, I think KJ Osborn was brought in here to be Noah Brown Jr. Noah Brown Jr. He's gonna go right into the Noah Brown role when he's able to be up to speed with the offense. Because why the hell claim him if that wasn't the case? We don't have a wide receiver 2 on the roster. So if Terry and company always wide receiver 2, probably gonna be game by game. Exactly. It's wide receiver by committee. He's 5'11", 200 pounds, and as I know it, he's healthy. He's not coming in with injury issues. What y'all think about Bill coaching USC versus going pro? I think it's a weird fit. I don't want to call it desperate, but it feels weird for Bill. But I mean, hey, he's dating a college-age girl, so, you know, he could be trying to turn back the clock. He got his groove back. He may not want to coach millionaire athletes. Well, I can't even say that because there are millionaire athletes in college. I can't see Bill swallowing his pride and using NIL to recruit players, but best of luck to him there. I do like the school UNC, so I would like to see him get that program right. The Cowboys game made me cry. I had to lock myself in my room so I didn't drive to Northwestern Stadium again. That's what it feels like to have that sickness, man. To have that sickness as a fan. This shit means something to us, man. This shit means something to me. I feel you, bro. The crash outs after a loss like that. The Nats got the number one pick. Yeah. Now the Wizards got to complete it. They got to complete it and get the number one pick as well. KJ, I think, may see wide receiver 2. Dream would be for Diami to finally level his ass up. But that's the thing about dreams, man. They're good to have, but a lot of them bitches don't come true. I would love it, though. I definitely like UNC basketball more as well. Wide receiver roulette. And you know what we haven't talked about this stream is that the biggest takeaway in all of this wide receiver musical chairs happening behind Terry is that we need to keep giving the ball to Terry McLaurin. Keep giving him Terry. Keep feeding him. Give him 12 to 15 targets. I don't care about bracket coverage. I don't care about double teams. I don't care about roll coverage. The best receivers in the league get that treatment, and they still find a way to get the football. Get the ball to Terry, man. Enjoying this while in traffic. I'm glad I can help y'all through your rush hour trips back home and all of that good stuff. I'm a Nats fan, even though baseball is too fucking long for me to care about the whole season. And I do like the Wizards. I support the Wizards, and I'm a big LeBron James fan. So, yes, but none of them get my undying support like the Commanders do. Like this shit is deep within my soul. Like I'm a blood relative of this franchise, man. Smash the like button. We got over 700 in here. We're gonna end this in a little bit, man. We're gonna end this in a little bit. Where's Dax Mill when you need him? Shit, we got KJ. Okay, not bad pickup option. Hey, I'll take it. We ain't got shit in the room. And definitely prayers up to Noah, because that type of injury, that shit seems to go deeper than for that. That shit seems very serious, yo. That shit seems very, very serious. Go Denver. Shout out to the Denver Broncos, who are also doing their thing this year. Y'all got your hot shot rookie quarterback as well. Y'all ate $100 million to let go of Russell Wilson, and you're already reaping the benefits, getting your young kid quarterback in there. Great defense, and you got some weapons showing up for you, man. Shout out to y'all, too. Shout out to y'all, too. Rio got the original Commanders skin syndrome. Oh, yeah. It's too deep within me. I couldn't unfan this team if I want to. I'm from the Woodbridge area. Let's call it the Woodbridge area is where I'm still at. I'm in Northern Virginia still. I'm in the mix, but I'm from Woodbridge, Virginia, born and raised. You saw Carolina keep giving the ball to old-ass Steve. Right. When you got a guy, you just get him the ball. You keep drawing up plays to get him the ball. You find a way to get them the ball, point blank, period. What y'all think they would name the stadium? Need Tutty, name Ghost, go to Hogs, if not doing the Wolves. I think whatever gets the naming rights of the new stadium is going to be some type of sports betting thing. And I think that whatever we pick, it's going to end with the words at RFK Stadium. Like, for example, FanDuel Sportsbook Stadium at RFK. Well, FanDuel Superdome at RFK Stadium or something like that. But that's way down the line. We got much more bigger fish to fry in the current. Right now, we need all hands on deck trying to make a good run to the postseason. Yep. As many hands as possible. Welcome to the team, KJ Osborn. Welcome to the team. Please come in and be Noah Brown. If we can get Noah Brown from KJ, maybe a little bit more touchdown production, but I'm not going to be greedy. If we can get Noah Brown production from KJ Osborn, it's not like we really used or allocated any big assets to get him. We claim him. I don't know what his contract situation is. I think he might be a free agent at the end of the year. So I'm not tripping, man. I'm not like most people. KJ is now a Commander, so let's get it. Let him cook. Yeah, if you wear it, I don't care who you are. If you're on the team, I want you to fry. I want all these guys to fry. Even the players who were on their ass each week. I want Benjamin St. Juste to be good. I want him to make plays. I want him to flip the field for us. He don't, but I want it for him because I would never root against my own team just to try to prove myself correctly. I think that is what the antithesis of fandom is trying to be right over the betterment of the team. Like, fuck that. At least signing KJ cannot possibly make. Oh, it can't. It only goes up from here. It only goes up from here. Bet US Stadium. Shout out to the sponsor. Even they know they ain't getting no name on the fucking stadium. Rio just want to win. Like, let me get one rib, man. On God. Prize Pick Superdome at RFK Stadium. That would be fire. That sounds good. JD back in Louisiana gonna be scary. Eat, my bruh. You're like royalty out there. They're gonna be on their feet cheering for you on Sunday. Make it happen, man. MGM should jump on board for the name. It would make sense in the area, but I think there's gonna be a line of people begging for the naming rights to a dome that's in the District of Columbia. Like, come on, man. Without the dweeb owning the franchise and a team that is ascending with an ascending star, young man, people are going to line up to be the motherfucking naming rights on our new stadium. KJ Osborn and Santana Moss, Miami Bros are going to be united. Santana's definitely going to be excited about that. He's definitely going to be excited about bringing that boy out here. Could just say Washington Wolves if you don't want the red part. Superdome is trademark. The words Superdome are trademark. Didn't know that. But I expect the stadium name to include the words at RFK Stadium at the end of it. The line for naming rights is going to be long as the red line. The red line long as shit. What you think to see the cornerbacks look like Sunday? I think it's going to be Marshawn Lattimore on one side. I think it's I know what I would do, but I have a feeling that Benjamin St. Juste is going to be starting on the outside opposite him. I have a feeling it's going to be Lattimore and St. Juste on the outside and Sandra still in the slot. What I want is Sandra still opposite Lattimore with Iggy in the slot. What I think is going to happen, though, I think the French Canadian starting opposite Marshawn on Sunday. Don't shoot the messenger. It's just a guess. I hope I'm wrong, though. FedEx will not be anywhere in that line. They will not be allowed to enter said premises. I was excited about KJ. Then I looked him up and realized I've been thinking he was Jacoby Myers the whole time. Let's try him, though. Hey, man, it's a Noah Brown. It's the Noah Brown copy and paste. It's a carbon copy of Noah Brown that gets into the end zone more. I think BSJ will be fine if he's not on wide receiver ones consistently. We say that, and then we see him get beat for game winners versus Mike Williams or give up long, deep balls to Jalen Brooks. I promise you, I found out who Jalen Brooks was that day when he caught that pass on Benjamin St. Juste. Wasn't a fit with the team. Him and the Patriots, they were just not a fit, and he wasn't cracking the lineup on Sundays before Pop Douglas and Kendrick Bourne and Kayshon Boutte. You know? I don't know. Somebody will be putting their name on that too, but there's going to be new everything. Don't care what that, just make it. Make it already. Who is even the wide receiver 2 on the Saints right now? That's a great question. All I know right now in their receiver room is Marquez Valdez-Scantling. We got to dig deeper into it. What do I think about Warpath, our tribe? As names, I don't care about other names. I don't care what they name the team. They can name the team anything. I'm going to still watch the game and be stressed out and obsessed with the football team no matter. So I'm like the worst person to ask because I could not care. This would be the most ratchet shit ever. Popeye's Dome at RFK Stadium. That's the most Negro shit I've ever heard in my life. I believe the Saints wide receiver 2 is Bub Means. Is that a real name? Head coach Bill Belichick. Wow. Shout out to Bill for getting some work. He went from dating college girls to coaching college football players, man. Real as Olave. Yes, Olave and Shaheen are out. Jesus Christ, my man said Olave is out for life. Oh my God. Niggas is ruthless. Niggas is ruthless as hell. I hate St. Juste, but every week I try to say, yep. And every week we play the game of, damn, but he's in the right place. He just didn't get his head around. But he's right there. He's stride for stride. He's right there with him. Fanatics Dome at RFK, that I could see. I mean, we saw Michael Rubin and them we saw Michael Rubin and them in the owner's suite at our game. Sam's Car Wash Dome. Oh man, there's gonna be a long list of companies looking to put their name on a DC dome that's coming in the future, man. I haven't laughed this hard in months. This chat is hilarious. Yo, we have a good time over here, man. We have a good, and that is what I try to hold it down. Amazon Stadium. I know so many people would be sick of that because they don't want no parts of Jeff Bezos. I think that shit would be fly as hell. I wonder if the team will let JD have any pull in the draft for fear. I'm sure he gonna have a say. I'm sure he gonna at least have a say. Not that like they're gonna let him make decisions or meddle, but I'm sure he gonna throw some names out there because he got friends in college and they don't just play for LSU. We let Cooper Rush get comfortable in our building. I'm not holding my breath on Sunday. They're not pulling Mikey off the field. I didn't say Mikey off the field. I meant in the slot. They're not pulling Mikey off the Mikey. Hell no. I meant St. Juice on the outside and Mikey back on the inside. In no way do I ever see Mikey coming off the field unless he can't play. Monumental Dome at RFK. Ted Leonsis. We looking to go cornerback round. We looking to do a lot of things in round one. I don't think we're going to pigeonhole ourselves in December to what we're doing. Barbecue Zone at RFK. The Go-Go Dome at RFK Stadium. There's a lot of different ways it could go, but that's going to be a fun conversation. All I know is whenever we see the 3D renderings and 3D blueprints of a new Washington Stadium, I'm clicking live so fast. I'm booting up. I might not even pick a thumbnail. I'm booting up the live, and we all finna watch that shit together. We all gonna sit back with our popcorn out to watch a 40 to 90-second video of the 3D renderings of our new stadium. And I'm gonna be so emotional watching it. I'm gonna be so emotional watching Amazon Fire TV Omni Supreme. Man, Black Ron Rivera. I don't care if it is the fake Block Ron Rivera, even the fake one. Y'all don't want that type of juju in here. They say, get that shit up out of here. Dollar Tree Field. I don't think they can afford that, man. St. Elizabeth Dome at RFK Stadium. Appreciate you for the donation, my guy. The Happy Thanksgiving Dome. We got some ghetto ass names for the new stadium. The Ben's Chili Bowl Dome at RFK Stadium. RFK Roscoe Chicken and Waffle Stadium. What if we did pick some extremely ghetto shit to be the new stadium name? Benning Road Stadium at RFK. Simple City Stadium at RFK 2.0. It's going to be St. Jude Stadium after what he about to do. What he about to do, Derek? St. Jude's about to have the game of his life because Buddy's here. St. Elizabeth. New stadium, but we need to just keep the name and logo. We can't give teams a chance at completing a pass St. Jude's can't play. I mean, pass is going to be completed regardless, though. Are we going to have to bring Jamin Davis back if we get short on stage? Well, Jamin Davis is, I believe, on the active roster for Rose Bar Superdome. Where my boy Kenny G at? Where my boy Kenny from the Off the Fence podcast, man? Rose Bar Superdome, Apple Dome, Mambo Sauce Stadium, the Iverson. Iverson Mall. I can't believe Iverson Mall is still a thing. Heckinger Mall. Oh my God. No. Boy, I got some stories from my childhood up at Heckinger Mall and at Iverson Mall. Iverson Mall is the jankiest shit ever, yo. The jankiest shit ever. Boundary cornerback isn't high on the draft board anymore. I think it's still there, but it's not like we have to draft one in the first round. 6 seed, here we come. Fingers crossed. I would love the 6 seed. I don't know if the Packers ready to give that up, but I'm here for it. Hip Hop Chicken. I don't know why that just made me think of. Do y'all remember that random ass viral video from that Jones barbecue and foot? It was like Jones barbecue and foot massage. Jones barbecue and foot massage. You better come out here and get some of that. Do y'all remember that shit? That shit was random as fuck. I don't know why that just popped up into my head. Chuck Brown Stadium at RFK. Slim Charles Stadium. Hey, shout out to my 703s in the building. Potomac Mills Stadium, the most overrated outlet mall in the entire East Coast, bro. I don't know why droves of tourists pack buses to come to Potomac Mills. It's the most overrated fucking outlet mall in the history of outlet malls. Waffle House, there would be fights all over the stadium all day, every day. The downtown locker room dome. He's saving his job. I hope he do. Cam Sims Field at RFK. Shit, if you had anything to do with it, anything's possible, Ron. Hong Kong Delight Dome at RFK Stadium. Best wings in Mambo. That's high-end fashion stores. That mall is so ass, bro. I grew up in Woodbridge, Virginia. I seen that mall my whole life. That shit ass. That shit is so ass, bro. My 7-year-old be screaming at BSJ Sunday, talking about get your freaking head up. See, when the kids know, when the youth know you're cooked. When your 7-year-old not even supposed to know a cornerback supposed to get his head around yet. When the youth knows, that's a problem, man. Oh, heavy on Potomac Mills' ass, bro. Marion Berryfield, the legend. The DMV Dome is actually kind of fly. Albert Haynesworth Stadium. Instead of seats, everybody just gets to lay down on little futons and mattresses and shit, like your boy. The Eric Bieniemy training facility. Lefty's Barbecue Stadium because we're getting cooked with Osborn. Fair Oaks Mall Dome. Shout out to Fair Oaks Mall. A significantly better mall than P. Mills. I won't debate it. Your B-Days on Sunday. Washington Commanders for the win. Hey, happy early birthday to Stephanie. I hope you get a nice blowout victory. Nah, this is the winner right here. Ding, ding, ding. Eastern Motor Stadium for the win. We're going to be holding hands like the Helping Hands of America sign and singing the Eastern Motors song in tandem at the stadium. At Eastern Motors, your cars, your credit. At Eastern Motors, Ford, Honda, Chevy, Beamers, and minivans, over 600 cars, trucks, SUVs. Are you listening, man? Let Eastern Motors put you in a car today. Let Eastern Motors finance it all the way. You're a real one if you still remember the lyrics to this, by the way. You're a real one if you still remember the lyrics. Laser Quest is the only reason I went back to the Potomac Mills area as a result. Man, Laser Quest not being in Woodbridge no more, man. That shit sucks, bro. Laser Quest was the spot. Bro, you want to see me get uber competitive for no reason? I used to be in that bitch acting like I was John Wick. Like I was sent on a black ops mission. I didn't play around when it came to Laser Quest, man. RIP to Woodbridge Laser Quest. It's like Sky Zone or one of these stupid jumpy places that these kids love now. Yes, I sound old saying that. At Eastern Motors, your job's your credit. Hey, the real ones still know that shit to this day. Them commercials, I don't even know how they could afford that. The players have to be doing those commercials for free because they were the most dusty, ashy, low budget commercials, but we was there. Nike boots with Goa Dome Stadium. Goa Dome Stadium. I like it. Wayne's Auto Sales Field. Arundel Mills, Potomac Mills. Arundel Mills is so damn far. Arundel Mills is the mall where they got the what's that shit called where the niggas on the horses and shit? Medieval times. Yeah, that shit is lit. just for the Eastern Motors song, don't they? Hey, appreciate you, my guy. The Air Jordan Dome. All I know is there's going to be a very line outside the door. It's going to look reminiscent to the old school Black Fridays and shoe releases when it comes to us picking out a name for the new stadium. I'm from North Carolina. That's all these Bama's know is Potomac Mills and Tyson's Corner. Hey, there be buses full of people, and I be in the mall like, why? Why? Cars are stacked to junkyard heaven. Your smile's your credit nowadays. Oh, man. Rio about to be in the new commercial. Hey, please put me in the Eastern Motors commercial, bruh. Please put me in that joint, bruh. I'll sing the song with passion. You don't even got auto-tune it, bruh. Just let my natural vocals thrive in the commercial. EB Whopper Head Junior Mint Dome Stadium. EB Head is a stadium. Mumbo Sauce Field. Hey, shout out to Lorraine Caverns. I remember how disappointed I was the first time I went to Lorraine Caverns because I'd always seen the advertisements, the brochures, and the commercials to go out to Lorraine Caverns. And then when I went out there as a kid, I was like, that's it. It's really like it's literally just some caves and shit. Like it's looked so cool, like all these mystical looking caves and all the bats and shit on the commercial. I went out to Lorraine Caverns. I had the most boring time ever out there. This is one of those things you got to get out there once to see. It's official. Bill is the coach for UNC. Shout out to UNC. Emmanuel Forbes Memorial Field. Like I said earlier, the DMV Dome at RFK. That does, but somebody, it's a money business. It's a money league. Somebody is going to pay a hefty lump sum to the organization to put their name on the front of that brand spanking new dome that's going to be the newest, hottest shit in the entire DMV. So ultimately, it's definitely going to have there's going to be a name on that shit. DMV not going to do it. I think the team will help boost Eastern Motors or boot Eastern Motors now that we have the new guy. They're just like a rite of passage at this point. Like it's like a legacy. It's like a legacy partnership. The Busch Gardens Dome, Tutty No Blend Fade Stadium, Your Cars, Your Credit Stadium, Joe Gibbs DraftKings Stadium. Damn, so we got a double combo, Joe Gibbs and DraftKings. I don't know if Joe Gibbs signing up to be partnered with DraftKings with naming rights to the stadium, but hey. The Browns are named after Paul Brown. Why not name a stadium after Joe Jackson Gibbs? I mean, he is the orchestrator of the only success this franchise has had. So, I mean, why not? Crown Royal Stadium, Lord. Hennessy Stadium, Morton's Field. Yo, you know Dan Snyder used to take everybody to Morton's when they took their free agent trips here. He used to bring all the free agent dudes up in this joint. Wawa, Sheets and Funnel Stadium, Wawa Superdome. Are the words Superdome really trademarked? Like no one could add Superdome to it. Why? Because of the Caesars Superdome? Are they the only team with Superdome on the other half of their stadium name? SeatGeek could make sense because the team has a partnership with them. So SeatGeek, Fanatics, and sports books and shit, those would be where I would look first for that. You know, we got Mr. Campbell's in the building. Foreman Mills. If you are from the DMV, you know exactly what them words mean. When I hear the word Foreman Mills, I think about school shopping. Foreman Mills. That and Kids for Less Stadium. Pappy Parker Stadium. It's not trademark. Okay, so somebody was in here capping. Joe Gibbs Stadium. But the thing is, Joe Gibbs is not a brand. And, well, he is. Joe Gibbs Racing is. But for the bag that you're going to have to throw to get the stadium naming rights for a new dome in the DC, the District of Columbia, then, man, you're going to have to write you a nice check. The Big Chair Stadium. Shout out to the Big Chair. Shout out to the Big Chair. Jack Kent Cook Stadium. Yep, we've been there. The Tesla Coliseum. Fuck Elon Musk, bro. Dan Snyder's whole. Oh, whoa. What are we talking about, man? What are we talking about? Brooks Brothers. Brooks Brothers. Crazy to think Osborn's best game would actually be McLaurin's career high. It's crazy, bro. That's one of the most unbelievable stats is that Terry's never had an 150-yard receiving game. And Osborn has produced. So to wrap this stream up, we'll wrap it up how we began it, y'all. Having fun with the stadium talk, by the way. But Washington claimed a wide receiver. We lost one Noah Brown, and we bring in a new one. KJ Osborn, you are the newest Washington Commanders wide receiver. And what that should say to the wide receivers in the room is that they don't feel like what we have currently in the room is enough. Unlike the past monikers of everything we need is in this room. Instead of capping to these guys, they say, you know what? If we need it, we're going to go out and get it. Adam Peters brings in another receiver, foam posit. Dimmadome. Gibbs Racing Stadium. I know Gibbs got money. Gibbs got money like, does Gibbs Racing bring in money like that to throw their name on the top of a stadium? I'm not sure the pockets roll that deep. I don't know what y'all are doing with the rest of your Wednesday, but I need to get me something good to eat in my system. Your boy is hungry. Noah Brown is probably done for the season, y'all. It's a kidney injury, something internal. The CTE Dome at RFK Stadium. But I don't expect to see much KJ Osborn this week other than practice, but I'm assuming that's going to be your wide receiver too whenever he's up to speed. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Smash that like button as we get up out of here. I appreciate y'all for keeping the vibes, the energy's immaculate and at an all-time high as we always do here. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. Unless some other news breaks, that should be enough that you've seen from me today. Thank y'all for locking in with your boy. The brainstorming of stadium names just made my day. This shit was absolutely hilarious. More shits and giggles to come. I'll be live again tomorrow. Y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. Hail to the Washington Commanders.